First black on talk radio, left side of the nation. Me and Dominique DiPrima go way back. Tag Smiley making sure the station stays black. Discussing all the issues in our community. We're hosted black and brown and others find unity. So let's talk about it. Maybe we can improve it. Digital underground, always down with the movement. So we tune in. The first things first with the queen of Black Talk Radio, Dominique DiPrima. Go sis.
KBLA Talk 1580. Good morning. God bless. I'm Dominique DiPrima. The show is called First Things First, and my very first thing today and every day, giving thanks, giving praises, and asking for blessings from God, asking for the blessings of the ancestors and the elders. And let's go. Let's turn it up. This is where we do that. 800-920-1580. That's your invitation. The phone number is your invitation. The YouTube is your invitation at KBLA 1580 to talk to me, talk to each other, talk to us. Miles is here. Miles Lowe is here. I'm here. We're no longer in West Africa. We are here broadcasting live from Lamert Park, a.k.a. Africa Town, Crenshaw District, Los Angeles, California, USA. I was talking to a friend yesterday. He said he's just tired of everybody beating up on California and beating up on Los Angeles, from the ICE raids to the clowning of us. And I get it. He said, I think I might need to leave. I'm tired of everyone bullying California. Man, we're the fourth largest economy in the world. Bully us if you go on and try. You can try. He's not the first president, governor, individual to try to bully California, Los Angeles, West Coast. And here we are, still growing. We used to be the fifth largest. Now we're the fourth largest. Economy, meaning if we were a country, we'd be 4 in the world. Okay? Bring it. Bring it. I'm not saying I want more ICE or more Homeland Security or more proclamations about how whack we are. I do not think you are going to win. That's what I'm saying. I do not think you are going to win. California's beautiful. Oh, it's terrible. It's dangerous. It's on fire. It's okay. Well, then why do all of y'all have a house here? Trump included. He got a whole golf course. Why do all of y'all come here with your hand out when it's time to run a campaign to come get some of this money? This Cali gold. Bring it. I digress. This is the way we do the show on a Thursday. Hour 1, we look local. What's going on the left coast, Pacific Ocean side of town. Hour 2, we go national, international, and beyond. And in the third hour, we do a deep dive on a hot topic or a person of interest. And today we're going to talk about a lot of things. We're opening up these phone lines, especially now. It's just me, you, and the microphone telephone at 800-920-1580. And we'll be joined by Dr. Melina Abdullah in hour 2, the leader of Black Lives Matter Grassroots and BLMLA lead organizer. He's also my colleague here on this radio station with This Is Not a Drill. Looking forward to that because we have some breaking news on what is happening, something that happened in Sacramento that may affect the whole nation when it comes to people being killed in police custody and Waukesha's loss. We have an update for you on that, and we'll unpack a few other things going on around and about this nation. I'm so glad you could be here with me, and I'm so glad that we are still free-ish. I mean, as free as we got, right? What do I mean by that? Our country, our democracy is undergoing changes. It's becoming more blatantly an authoritarian government. And yet here we are in Black-owned media, so we still get to talk and say what we mean, whether we agree or disagree. I'm always happy to talk with you. As on yesterday, I was First thing back, hey, Republican callers want to spar. It's all good. We're not afraid. We're not boss. We're not bought. We're unapologetic, and we're blessed. And absolutely encourage you to join us however you do so, whether you do it by tapping in on social media at KBLA 1580 everywhere. You can join me at DiPrima Radio, DIPRIMA, and then radio everywhere. Jumping in the YouTube and making yourself heard in the conversation. Willie Frazier's there, Miles Lowe is there, Molly Bell, and others in the comments. And then, of course, you can always dial your old-fashioned telephone at 800-920-1580. Also, incredibly good news, our app has been upgraded and updated. So if you haven't got it yet, this would be the perfect time to get it. And if you have got it, you're going to want to update it because it is definitely new and improved. You can listen to us anywhere you go. And come on, let's do this. So you heard ICE officials, and we actually have heard the president of the United States in the past musing about arresting the governor of our state and more frequently arresting our mayor, Karen Bass. And that's alarming, but it's not really unusual, sadly, in this administration. I don't mean to normalize it. It's not normal and it's not good. But the fact that they're saying, these Homeland Security folks are saying, well, get used to it. This is going to be normal. No, it's not going to be normal. You can say it over and over again, but military occupation of a U.S. city is not normal, and we will not normalize it. The Senator Tuberville, Tommy Tuberville, has called for the arrest of our mayor, and that could happen. I mean, it could happen. That happened to my brother, who happens to be the mayor of Newark, New Jersey, Raz Baraka. Remember that name, because I'm sure he's going to run for governor again, and hopefully he'll win next time. But he's still mayor of Newark. And they arrested him. You remember this. ICE arrested him. It was all over the news. They arrested him for merely standing outside of a facility, an ICE facility in his city, which was not even in compliance. It was a privately owned facility, I should say, contracted by ICE. Wasn't even in compliance with state or city ordinances. But he was just standing there, complied with their request that he move out of the inner area and out to where the crowd was, and arrested only him. And I said at the time, he's not the last black elected official these jokers are going to arrest. And here they are threatening it to our mayor. So what happens if they arrest Mayor Karen Bass? And to be honest with you, I wouldn't be at all surprised if they did. I'm partly basing that on the attitude that the president had towards the mayor when he visited the Palisades after the fires. I'm partly basing it on the snide remarks and the way the ICE officials themselves have said, oh, well, we don't report to Karen Bass. Okay, but when do you go in? When is it normal to arrest local elected officials that the community here has chosen to lead their city or their state? It's not normal. It shouldn't be normal. And I guess what would happen is probably similar to what happened when they arrested my brother, which is hopefully the community would go crazy, go off like they did in Newark, and people would protest it. Hopefully the Democratic Party would stand behind our mayor and demand the release. And eventually it would just be a big nothing burger where they have to let her out. And if she's like my brother, she would sue. We'll keep an eye on that that story, because they're moving forward. By they, I mean my brother Raz and his chief of staff, Mitty, my other brother. They're moving forward with that lawsuit. And I expect them to prevail. But I think the real thing that stopped it is that Baraka, my bro, was getting too much press, too much attention. And they worried that it might help him in the governor's race. And I think the same thing is going to be true with our mayor, should they arrest her, which I really hope they don't, right? I don't think it's good. It would disrupt the city. It's unconstitutional. It's very problematic. But, it's going to do what they don't want it to do, which is put more and more attention on the fact that we have an experienced leader who has led a community-based organization, one of the most accomplished and important ones in the city. She created a community coalition, led the state assembly under Arnold Schwarzenegger, right? Was a member of Congress and now a mayor. So she knows how to navigate this stuff, and all you're going to do is get her reelected, and Lord knows they don't want that. So I encourage you to call. Are you feeling bullied? Are you feeling worried that they might arrest our mayor? I don't think they will, because I think they learned from my brother, but who knows? These folks are wild. Trump administration is suing us, speaking of bullying or attempted bullying. They're suing the state of California, saying it's our fault that egg prices are high. LOL. I'll explain when we come forward on KBLA Talk 1580.
She's reclaiming her time on KBLA Talk 1580. More First Things First with Dominique DiPrima when we come forward.
Yeah. At KBLA Talk 1580, we're proud to be celebrating 4 years on the air, but we know we could not have made it this far without you. We work hard every single day to curate conversations that will enlighten, encourage, and empower you. So, from all of us at KBLA Talk 1580, a big thank you for your love and support.
You don't know how much you mean to me.
And by the way, if your smartphone did not update automatically, be sure to download our brand new KBLA 1580 app. We think you'll love all the new features, including new ways to send us photos and video in real time. Whenever news breaks, while we're on the air, it's a new dawn, a new day for KBLA Talk 1580. And we're glad you're on this journey with us.
You never turned away, you were right there. Thank you.
Hey, Mom, I've been meaning to talk to you about some new COVID information I saw online.
Uh-huh.
I read that black folks
What's that sound? That's the sound of Downy Unstoppable scent beads going into your washing machine and giving your clothes freshness that lasts all day long. There it is again. It's like music to your ears, or more like music to your nose. That freshness is irresistible. Let's get a Downy Unstoppables bottle shake. And now a sniff solo. Nice. With Downy Unstoppable, you just toss, wash, wow, for all-day freshness.
We've got a lot to talk about.
I'm Reverend Gerald, the life coach. Is someone you love struggling with addiction and mental illness? Is improving your family's health important? Want to leave a legacy that your family can grow? Are you ready to enhance your perception of life experiences? Then wake up weekends at 7 a.m. with Urban Family Focus and get the wisdom, opportunity, resources, and motivation to live your best life. Join the conversation on Urban Family Focus Saturday and Sunday at 7 a.m.
Unapologetically progressive. KBLA Talk 1580. We've got your black.
Hey, Mom, I've been meaning to talk to you about some new COVID information I saw online.
Uh-huh.
I read that black folks like us with certain conditions like diabetes, heart disease, mental health conditions, or being 50 and older, like you, are at high risk.
Boy, you sound like a commercial.
I'm just saying. I know you love your ginger teas and essential oils, but remember, there are treatment options for COVID-19.
I promise if I get sick again, I'll call my doctor to ask about my options.
Visit WeTalkWeRise.com to learn more. Brought to you by Pfizer.
Your ancestors' favorite radio station. And your favorite morning show. Show host. Let's get back to Dominique DiPrima right now.
So Lemon Exhaustion is in the YouTube chat asking how was my reentry. I'm planning on flying back to my home state from abroad and haven't heard how bad it is entering. It was actually quite smooth for me. I've been tracking how other people are getting harassed and getting their phones seized and put into detention, even U.S. citizens. So I was prepared for that. I had seen a report by Christine Amanpour where she actually got a burner phone and didn't bring her real phone. I didn't want to do that because I've read that when you do that, they think you're a terrorist because you have nothing on your phone. So I didn't want to do that. But I did take some things off my phone, like Instagram and a lot of things. Like my phone is basically decimated. Miles, can you help me put stuff back on my phone? Yeah, but it was smooth. And I think it depends where you come through. And my recommendation is if you can fly into somewhere other than LA and New York, do that. Because LA is customs on steroids. Not only are we currently in an invasion by the National Guard, Homeland Security, FBI, and ICE, our airport is, we're like a border state. What, Miles?
But, they did actually stop me. You were behind.
I did see that. Yeah. And you got hassled every step of this trip, Miles.
Yeah, definitely.
Young black man life.
So when we pulled in, we pulled into Atlanta, and I had my bags and your bags, 4 bags, on the cart. And they stopped me and was like, yo, what do you have in your bags? I'm like, okay, it's 2 people's worth of bags. It's 2 weeks worth of dirty clothes and all of it. So just give them a quick little rundown. They're like, what else do you have? Are there any gifts in here? Do you need to claim anything? So they were kind of like pressing me on that. And I was smooth with it and kind of, glossed over. We got a couple paintings, maybe a couple wristbands and this, that, but it's mainly clothes. And like, would you mind opening it? I'm like, I can if you want me to, which one? But they ended up passing me by. But they did stop me and ask me, I guess it maybe looked a little suspect. One guy pushing 4 huge suitcases, I guess, but yeah.
Yeah, I forget. I was running over to help somebody with something, and Miles kept pushing the cart. Yeah, but I mean, they hassled you about your visa. They hassled you about the other visa. I feel like almost every single checkpoint, they checked you twice.
Yeah, and everybody know, too, the struggle was trying to get out of the country, what I'm saying, with the whole visa situation. So it was a little hassle for sure, but nothing too much.
Yeah, but I noticed that, and so this is like a reminder, the black tax is higher when you're a young black man. So I did see that, but I'm just saying, I think, we came into LA last time. And not coming into LA was less cumbersome. I think if I was planning a trip home and my home was in LA or New York, or even if it was, I might come into another airport and then fly to LA or New York just because they're so over the top coming into LA. And you're going to spend probably over an hour, maybe hours just getting out of customs.
And I mean, when it was actually, in my opinion, it was a little smoother this time. Though I know they have the real ID, the quick facial scans to just get through, instead of having to scan everything again like you did in most other countries. So,
which I hate because, of course, that means they have your data all in the system. But that's the upside of it. It speeds things up.
Palantir, baby.
Yeah. Yeah, she says she's from a red state. That's why she's worried. Not sure if I want to get myself a burner phone. Well, the advice that I've heard from several attorneys is that the burner phone is a red flag because it has nothing on it and they think you're a terrorist or a drug dealer or something. But you can try it. I think what I've heard and read and heard from attorneys that I talked to before we went and read, and I actually even talked to one person who's an expert on helping people organize their stuff to go in and out of countries, is that it's better to reduce what you have on your regular phone. Like if you have pictures of you at protests, particularly anything to do with Gaza or Black Lives Matter, you might want to take that off your phone. Put your photos on a drive and take it off your phone. The other thing is to turn your phone off when you go through customs, because they're less, and put it away. Don't be looking at it and scrolling when you walk through. Put it in your purse or put it in your bag and turn it off. Take off the face recognition and thumbprint so that they would have to access it with a password, which they can do, but they're less likely to do. And then, don't walk through with your Free Palestine shirt on. Like, be low key. I mean, it's stuff we shouldn't have to worry about, right? We have a right to our opinions and free speech and blah, blah, blah. But as we've been saying the last few days, those rights now are more theoretical. However, it was smooth, and I was grateful for that. And, they seem to be more interested in whether or not you had the blue passport. Now, when you go to African countries, as you referenced, Miles, and I found this to be true in Central America when I was traveling there as well, they are going to check and then check again and then check again. They're going to open your bag. You're going to go through another checkpoint to get into the gate, a checkpoint to get into the gate area. There's just a lot more checking.
So you got to show your bag tag on the back of your boarding pass to make sure that's your bag when they on the way out. Yeah.
Yeah, they're really paying attention. Big time.
But for the right price, I'm sure you can just breeze right through them.
Well, yeah, there is that. I mean, I don't know if that's true of Ghana, but it definitely would be true of Nigeria.
I'm pretty sure it'd be true of Ghana too. I'm pretty sure.
Do you think that would work in the United States?
Oh no, probably not.
Too much surveillance.
Nah,
it's not like we don't have corrupt individuals, but with too much surveillance.
You'll for sure get stopped if you try to pull out some money to pass through it in the U.S. Don't do that.
Yeah, I mean, but we had people being asked for money.
When we left, they were asking us, like, oh, do you have anything for me? I don't. We spent all our money.
You know what's crazy? None of them asked me.
Okay.
And I heard from so many of our travelers that they were asked for it. Not one single person asked me that.
Oh, there's signs in the airport, on the trains, in the grocery store. They're like, yo, do not transfer money to nobody's phone. Do not break change for anybody. Do not patronize, the employees while they're here. So, I mean, they know what's going on over there, I guess.
Yeah, of course. I don't know. Is it the look on my face? Like, why is it that I'm the only one that didn't get approached? Is it like she has that, don't, F around and find out? What is it? I don't know.
I think it's too that, like, you speak different languages pretty fluently too. So the language barrier that loses a lot of people in conversation, it doesn't seem to really confuse you. You come in and you know exactly what they're talking about. You hop right into the flow of conversation. You're easy going. You're pretty not dismissive, dismantling of their, facade they may put up. So I noticed that about you, Dom. You got some riz. You got a riz, girl.
Thank you, Miles. I be talking to people and all the accents and things and little words I pick up. It's true. It's easy for me to understand people. But maybe that's it. We'll go with that. We'll go to Ira calling us from LA, even though he's going to have to probably finish his point after news, traffic, and sports. Hi, Ira.
Good morning. Thank you. Yeah, I'm so happy. California was sliding into socialism, and the Trumper invading is maybe the only thing that's going to save us from that, as well as put a nail into the coffin of DEI, affirmative action, all that nonsense. Let's get it over with, and let's return to America.
What? How do you define DEI, Ira?
Well, DEI has been used to give people.
I just want to know your definition. I don't want to know what you think it's been used for. How do you define it?
It's giving people who haven't earned opportunities, chances over those who should have those opportunities. That's all.
But that's not correct.
It's unfairness.
But that's not how DEI. That's not the definition of it. Diversity, equity, and inclusion means you cast a wide net to make sure everyone has a chance to apply, and then you hire the most qualified candidate. You're thinking of affirmative action, which was already illegal, made illegal by the Supreme Court. Affirmative action would give you an extra boost. DEI only gives you the opportunity to get your foot in the door so you can be considered along with everybody else. News, traffic, and sports right now, then we'll keep the convo going. 800-920-1580. I'm Dominique DiPrima for KBLA Talk 1580.
More of First Things First with Dominique DiPrima when we come back. forward.
I'm Bree Wood with BIN News Now. The Chicago Teachers Union is urging Illinois to boost funding for public schools, citing a $734 million budget gap. Here's CTU Vice President Jackson Potter.
We are here today calling on Governor J.B. Pritzker to immediately schedule an emergency session to address the needs of our people.
CTU says CPS is owed $1.2 billion by the state. Federal agents and National Guard troops swept through LA's MacArthur Park in a show of force during an immigration crackdown. Black Mayor Karen Bass calls it a political stunt meant to intimidate, saying children in the park were terrified by the operations. And Lauryn Hill is speaking out after taking the stage at 2:30 a.m. at Essence Festival. She says the delay wasn't her fault and thanked organizers for confirming that. Get BIN News Now on demand 24/7 on the iHeartRadio app.
The Crohn's and Colitis Foundation has been at the forefront of inflammatory bowel disease research and care for over 50 years. Learn more about research, education, and support at Crohn'sColitisFoundation.org.
This is the KBLA Sports Minute with Ray Richardson.
Ben Shelton's history chase at Wimbledon is over. Shelton, the only African-American to reach the quarterfinals in the men's bracket, was eliminated in straight sets Wednesday morning by Yannick Sinner of Italy. Sinner, the #1 tennis player in the world, beat Shelton 7-6, 6-4, and 6-4. The 22-year-old Shelton was attempting to become the first African-American man to win the Wimbledon championship since Arthur Ashe in 1975. One of the perks for Hampton and North Carolina A&T getting chosen to play in the NBA HBCU Classic is that each school will receive a $100,000 donation from the NBA. The NBA also covers all travel expenses for both teams. Hampton and North Carolina A&T will play each other during NBA All-Star Weekend at the Intuit Dome in Inglewood. The All-Star Game is February 15th. This will be the 5th HBCU Classic sponsored by the NBA. No debates, no speculation, just the info you need. That's your KBLA Sports Minute. I'm Ray Richardson on KBLA Talk 1580.
Attorney advertising. Prior results do not guarantee future outcomes.
Founded in Los Angeles in 1986, litigation powerhouse Quinn Emanuel has deep roots in the Los Angeles community. Since 2007, we have litigated some of the largest fires on the West Coast. We are proud to be the only AmLaw 100 firm in the country to represent wildfire victims, giving affected individuals, families, and businesses the same focus and individualized attention we devote to our Fortune 500 clients. BTI Consulting has repeatedly recognized Quinn Emanuel as among the 4 law firms in-house counsel least like to oppose in any litigation, and we are often deemed the most feared. And after securing over $80 billion for our clients in various matters firm-wide, we understand why. If you have been affected by the recent wildfires in Altadena and the Palisades and would like to discuss your situation further, please contact wildfire support at QuinnEmanuel.com or call us at 213-443-3050. Quinn Emanuel is proud to sponsor Conversation Live Altadena Rising with James Farr on KBLA Talk 1580.
Attorney advertising. Prior results do not guarantee future outcomes.
Hey man, hey, what's up, bro? What's that station you listening to? Oh man, you don't know? That's Talk Radio, KBLA 1580 AM. Check it out. 1580 KBLA AM. 1580 Talk Radio. Progressive.
At KBLA Talk 1580, we're celebrating our 4th anniversary, and this track right here is the gift one of our devoted listeners presented to us.
Where you get some information, get a true education to know. Ooh, yeah. 1580.
How cool is that? Having a member of our KBLA delegation write us a song. Stop it! Our listeners love us and there ain't nothing we can do about it. Wouldn't want to. Thanks to Cardell and everybody else for turning on KBLA Talk 1580. We love you right black.
KBLA 1580 Talk Radio. Get it like me. Ooh, KBLA 1580 Talk Radio. Progressive.
No one wants to leave behind stress for their family. That's why a trust or a will is so important. Without one, your assets might go to the wrong people or leave out loved ones. Also, probate is long, expensive, and often avoidable with a revocable trust. Trustandwill.com makes it simple to create a personalized estate plan. A trust or will provides clarity and peace of mind. Get 20% off on your estate plan documents by visiting trustandwill.com/radio.
Career changers, including veterans and active duty service members. Your transition starts here. Go from GI to IT in a matter of months. Become a certified cyber warrior with training at My Computer Career. Cybersecurity specialists are in high demand, offering IT pros great opportunities and a rewarding lifestyle while protecting our people, liberty, and treasured institutions from cyber threats. Deploy your career in IT today. Learn more at mycomputercareer.edu/CWP. SkillBridge and other VA benefits are available to those who qualify.
Thanks for waking up with Dominique DiPrima on KBLA Talk 1580.
I wasn't kidding when I said Trump is blaming us for high egg prices. The Trump administration is suing California and the governor specifically because we have anti-animal cruelty laws. He says that is what is causing eggs to cost so much money because in California, you may remember, we voted on these things. That was maybe 15 years ago, I think the first one. We voted that the chickens have to have elbow room. They can't be crushed in together when they're called free range. And they have to be able to extend their limbs and move without touching another bird. This is for egg-laying hens. And it means they can't be kept in anything other than what they call a cage-free housing system, which really is a cage, but it's just a cage with a little bit more room. Same thing they have for pigs and calves that they raise for veal. Okay, so he's claiming that our anti-animal cruelty laws are making eggs more expensive. First of all, we're one state. We're not the egg capital of the nation. And second of all, where are all these white ladies that are so angry every time somebody wears a fur coat? You know, y'all 53% that voted for this guy. You should be up in arms that he's suing to create more animal cruelty. I mean, that's basically what he's suing so that chicken farmers, or whatever you call them, egg producers, can be meaner to their chickens. That is what they're suing for. Where is PETA when you need them? You know, those of you who been hanging with me for some time know that I'm a big proponent of a new organization called People for the Ethical Treatment of People. You know, most of the time you're more concerned about how the dogs, cats, and bunnies are treated than the unhoused people here in LA. But I don't hear any screaming. Where are the bunny and chick-loving MAGA ladies when we need them? And men, too. In any case, they're saying that our anti-animal cruelty policies are in violation of the Supremacy Clause. Fred would love that. Fred from LA was saying that everything we do that he doesn't like is in violation of the Supremacy Clause of the Constitution. And the Egg Products Inspection Act of 1970. Wow. He's just saying that because that way they can say they've done something about egg prices, which everyone's been clowning them about because they're busy arresting people at car washes and harassing transgender teenagers, which make up 0.02% of the population or something like that. That was a guesstimate. Man, yesterday that tunnel fell down in Wilmington last night. It was 31 workers that were potentially trapped in there, and they all got out safely, which is amazing. They were able to climb over this huge pile of debris and be shuttled out of the tunnel. But now the whole project is on hold. They had 100 fire department and rescue personnel because had that thing gone down, it would have taken, days and days to get those folks out. So that was really a small miracle. They were hoisted up in a cage, hoisted up on a crane after they climbed over a 15-foot tall pile of junk. And no deaths, no injuries. Close call, but I imagine they're going to reevaluate the safety of that project. And again, here's something where the local is national, because this administration wants to do away with OSHA protections, worker protections. And so, without any doubt, an incident like this becomes much more deadly without that. And also yesterday, a G-Wagon, Benz, caught on fire. Why did it catch on fire? Because police were chasing it. It was a police chase. It was in Pico Union. The officer veered off the road and crashed into a building. And the person in the G-Wagon kept running and eventually rolled over, crashed and rolled over, crashed into another vehicle, rolled over, caught fire. And they arrested the guy after he tried to run away from his burning G-Wagon. But again, why am I talking about this? I'm going to keep talking about it. Police pursuits are outdated. They should be illegal. Follow the guy in a drone until he runs out of gas. Scan his face. Scan his you scanned his license plate anyway. There's nowhere for him to hide. You don't need to put other citizens in jeopardy, start car fires, cause crashes. I mean, that cop could have been killed. He crashed his own car. Why is it still legal? Unless the person is carrying a nuclear weapon or holding a child hostage in the car, police chases should be illegal. They endanger the public. They cause unnecessary damage to people and buildings, which are going to be uncompensated. Why are we still doing that? It doesn't make sense. The cost-benefit analysis, it costs too much and it has almost zero benefit. JW from LA, you have the mic. JW, you there?
Good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, good morning. How are you?
I'm blessed. What's on your mind?
Hey, I'm blessed and highly favored in spite of myself. What's on my mind is just to say the quiet part out loud and just speak the truth and be man enough to just put it out there. Donald Trump, the president, is a clear and present danger to society. Full stop. We should use the same playbook and not create a narrative, but state truth and facts based on everything that he has done and convict him of violating the Constitution and everything that he has done. It's already been done, so we can use that as evidence. He needs to be arrested or at least put out of office because of dereliction of duty, and he is not complying with what the society is and what our nation is all about in terms of democracy. He's contrary to it, so he is the enemy of the state. It's simple as that. All we need to do is obey God's will, mobilize, have a single mind, communicate, use all of our tools in the toolbox, be flexible, and get out
I mean,
there
it sounds simple, but they've impeached this dude twice. He's been convicted of 34 felonies. He's grabbed women by the nether regions and admitted it on tape. He doodled around with the porn star. He ripped people off with his university, and he gets reelected. So we can say he's a clear and present danger, and I'm not going to argue that because I can see the danger unfolding. But
yes,
I don't think it's that simple, JW. The guy's like nuclear waste. He's hard to get rid of.
I comprehend now. Please continue. First of all, if we use a universal law, which is God's law, which will trump any law that has came through the Constitution or any legal
So you're appealing to the Most High. You're appealing to the man upstairs or the woman upstairs or the man and woman inside is what I really should say. The God in all of us.
All the human beings, if you allow me to continue, I'm appealing to all human beings. We all are connected. We are created by God.
Okay, well, I agree with that, JW. That's
power and force in numbers.
That's why I say the power of the people is what wins right now. The power of the people is what wins.
God, that's right.
And we have to activate it. That's why we can't be fearful. But I think you're right. That's why I keep saying we win this in the end. We win this. It's hard right now, but we win this because we are in alignment with what is just, correct, moral, and ethical. God's law.
Very true.
Ma'at, not man's law.
True.
Yeah.
That's very true, and we already have the victory. All we have to do is just have Zoom calls, phone banks, think tanks, communicate, town hall meetings, et cetera, use our youth, use the old people, use everybody, and organize, and we can make this happen. It's simple as that.
Yeah.
It's called faith. Think about for us.
Yeah, I love that, JW. We needed that. We need to keep remembering and reminding ourselves that we can win, we will win, and we are basing this not just on political arguments, but on actual morality, on actual spiritual principles and character, real character. Willie Frazier says, remember, Satan is down here and it's his domain. How could he over Jesus the world if he didn't have the power? Well, yeah, and Molly Bell says, I believe in miracles. Got all that. Kwamel asking me about the tunnel. It's a tunnel for wastewater management that almost trapped those folks, but that miracle came through and those people all got out. But yeah, JW, I agree. There's clearly danger, and it's right now because of the fear and delusion among a political class and the selling out, compromising that's happening. The power of the people is the way forward. That's what I see. And that's what seems to be working when things work. Oh, before I forget, too, for limit exhaustion about getting across borders, the other thing I was recommended is not just the apps. You might want to take your email off your phone, and you might want to start using, for the weeks leading up to your trip, texting your friends on Signal or WhatsApp so that your text messages, just in case they could be offensive. If you like to text FDT, you might want to switch over to Signal. That's the advice, some of the advice that I got. 800-920-1580, you're invited in. I love talking with you. I missed you guys. Glad to be home. I'm Dominique DiPrima for KBLA Talk 1580.
KBLA Talk 1580 is an intervention. When we come forward, includes you. KBLA Talk 1580, turning pain into power.
Catch Prep is now enrolling for summer credit recovery in fall 2025. As South Los Angeles' top-performing high school in English, math, and college access, Catch Prep is welcoming all 9th through 12th graders to enroll now. Catch Prep offers a small, supportive, and safe learning environment to help all students succeed, so that all students feel valued, respected, and motivated to reach their full potential. For the past 20 years, Catch Prep has helped more students of color gain admission to top-tier universities, with our graduating seniors earning a total of $3 million in scholarships, more than any other school in Los Angeles. We are dedicated to helping all students turn your college dreams into reality. Catch Prep is now enrolling. Visit us online at catchhighschool.com or call 323-293-3917. Spaces limited. Please enroll now for summer credit recovery and fall 2025. Call 323-293-3917 or enroll today at catchhighschool.com.
KBLA Talk 1580. We've got a lot to talk about.
KBLA Talk 1580, connecting you with services and solutions. If you need help getting your resume in order, finding job training, or landing a job, we've got 3 great options for you. First, the City of Los Angeles has WorkSource centers across the area offering free job support. The California Workforce Development Board can help you with everything from GED prep to vocational training at no cost to you. On the federal level, the Department of Labor's American Job Centers offer a full range of services resources for job seekers and businesses alike. Visit careeronestop.org, or for more info, just call California's Help Center or visit cwdb.ca.gov or call 916-657-1440. For the City of Los Angeles programs, go to ewd.lacity.gov or call 213-744-7300. All these services are free to help you get your next job. This is a community call to action from KBLA Talk 1580.
My mom has decided to learn to paint, and she's good.
My dad's now into creative cuisine, and I've already put on 6 pounds.
Learning new things comes with age.
My mom, she started forgetting my name and what we're talking about.
Forgetting well-known things doesn't. Memory loss may be a sign of Alzheimer's disease. Early detection gives you and your loved one time to plan for the future. Learn the warning signs of Alzheimer's at 10signs.org. Brought to you by the Alzheimer's Association and the Ad Council.
This is Secret Clinical dominating extra stinky stress sweat. And this is regular deodorant. Secret Clinical in a heat wave.
Oh, what a beautiful day.
This is regular deodorant.
Ugh, I can't.
Secret Clinical with workout sweat.
Let's run another marathon.
And regular deodorant.
How much more?
Secret is the GOAT. Because nothing fights sweat better.
Stay fresher under pressure.
At KBLA Talk 1580, we do more than just talk.
You got a big mouth. Hello, Joe, you're up. Welcome.
We're unapologetically progressive, and we don't black down.
We don't, and we won't. We don't want to, don't got to. And man, thank you for supporting Black-owned media, independent media, for getting a little bit out the matrix. Here's a story that will make some people mad. According to this new survey, the best barbecue town in the United States, well, they're really saying second best, but this is a Pitmaster survey. They say that Austin, has number one, but number two, Kansas City. Kansas City has number one barbecue, according to them. Number two is LA. I love that so much. I don't even eat that much barbecue, but I just love it when, everybody's mad at LA. Everyone talks smack about us. Oh, the food isn't good. It's too hot. It's too expensive. Oh, supposedly crime is out of control. Well, yesterday I told you we're on track for a 60-year low in homicides. And this isn't me. This is the Lawn Starters survey. They say LA has the best barbecue. And we have more barbecue stores than any place in Texas. More than any in the U.S. We got 162 barbecue restaurants in LA.
That include the garage?
No, I don't think. Yeah, no, I don't think it. So if you counted those, we got way more.
Right.
Like the cookie sheet barbecuers.
Right, to pull up at the house, will deliver to you.
Oh yeah, no, I'm pretty sure.
Barbecue.
I'm pretty sure they don't count those. I think that's hilarious. Since we supposedly are vegan and we don't eat, but we have more barbecue places than any city in the country. Let's go to Teresa calling us from LA. Bonjour, Teresa. It's about as much French as I got in Benin. Bonjour.
Well, welcome back. Glad to have you back.
Thank you.
Dominique, I just want to say this for the country. When 47 said that his friend Elon helped him with the voting rights machine, that told everybody that he didn't win on his own. And when the news, Fox or whoever when all the news media showed that he had won in all the battleground states, that's unlikely. That has never happened before. So that was computer generated. So he really was not elected by the people. He was elected by fraud.
The AI president.
Yes, exactly. He said it. And then when he and Elon broke up, Elon stated, well, he couldn't have won without me. Right. Well, we know what that means. But it's bigger than Trump. It's bigger than Elon. There are people, there are organizations, there are dark people that want this country to remain the way it was. They did not like the gains that was made. They did not like the civil rights movement. They are against DEI. They're against everything but anti-white. So this started a long time ago. And it just so happens that the playbook was revealed to everyone. And that still didn't move people. So it cannot be that he's just so untouchable. But what we should do is just go to Washington and just converge upon Washington like some of the European countries do when they want to get rid of their president. They come out in groves. Nobody go to work. Nobody buy anything. The economy suffers. And this is what we need to do. This is my opinion, to get him so that he's not reelected. Because if he's reelected again by fraud, by AI, we're going to be stuck with this guy. And that's just, I can't.
Which would also be illegal and unconstitutional, but he doesn't care about that. Clearly doesn't care
No,
about
he
that.
doesn't. And the people that are the people that are helping him don't care about it either. And another point, this is what needs to be done also. The people that are helping him, we need to pull them out to the limelight, like Stephen Miller, and let everyone know what he's doing. He has money into the prison system. All these prisons that has been built way back in the day. It's always been talked in California for the longest that they're building these prisons. They're building these prisons. Well, now they built the prisons, and now we know what the goal is to build the prisons. So, all those people that are helping him need to be called out. And
I think you're right. I mean, I think that's on track.
So, all those people that are helping him need to be called out.
Yeah.
I think that's on track.
And the thing about it is that I'm not saying he's untouchable. I'm just saying that it ain't easy. Maxine Waters told us when he first got elected he needs to be impeached. They did it twice. He's still there. They convicted him. He's still there. I do believe in karma. I do believe in the greater good. I do believe in the power of the people, and I think we win. But only if we stay persistent, like what you're saying, Teresa. People are not talking about how he may have stolen the election, and I know one of the reasons is because we don't want to sound like them. But whispering, you just said the quiet part out loud, because a lot of people think that. You won every single swing state. You won every single district, even the ones that have never been won by a Republican. That's unlikely. You said we don't need votes when you were on we've got plenty of votes. We don't need votes. You said that on the campaign trail. Elon said he helped you win. You said he helped you win. Yeah, but there's been no investigation and no challenge. So who knows when we'll get the truth. It'll probably be 20, 30 years from now, right? So I'm not arguing that you're wrong, but I think the only thing is that seems to make a difference is us, is the power of the people. It's just like those assassination attempts. I would love to see some polling. I don't think most people believe that was real. Where's the scar? Where's the injury? How does the Secret Service let your head stick out where you would have definitely been the subject of a second or third shot and died? If they did such a bad job of protecting you. Now, today, or I think it was yesterday actually, they decided to sanction some or punish some Secret Service agents for doing a bad job in securing that rally where he had the supposed assassination attempt. But it's like no one wants to seem like crazy? Maybe that's not the right word. I'm trying not to be like them either because I don't want to be name calling. No one wants to be perceived as a person who's acting crazy, like a person who's MAGA affected. So we don't want to say they stole the election and the assassination attempts are fake. But I bet you if people were speaking their real minds, a lot of folks would say just that. They cheated, and the tech bros, not just Musk, Thiel and all the rest of them, the tech bros cheated, and the assassination attempts seem very sus. I mean, I don't know. As several people have said, if a bullet came that close to your head, part of the side of your face would be gone. Just only in Superman movies where bullets can whiz right by you and nothing happens. But, that's speculation. We don't have proof. I'm just saying you said the quiet part out loud. News, traffic, and sports. And then my colleague, Black Lives Matter LA and BLM Grassroots Executive Director Dr. Melina Abdullah joins me next. KBLA Talk 1580.
KBLA 1580 Santa Monica.
I'm Bree Wood with BIN News Now. The Chicago Teachers Union is urging Illinois to boost funding for public schools, citing a $734 million budget gap. Here's CTU Vice President Jackson Potter.
We are here today calling on Governor J.B. Pritzker to immediately schedule an emergency session to address the needs of our people.
CTU says CPS is owed $1.2 billion by the state. Federal agents and National Guard troops swept through LA's MacArthur Park in a show of force during an immigration crackdown. Black Mayor Karen Bass calls it a political stunt meant to intimidate, saying children in the park were terrified by the operations. And Lauryn Hill is speaking out after taking the stage at 2:30 a.m. at Essence Festival. She says the delay wasn't her fault and thanked organizers for confirming that. Get BIN News Now on demand 24/7 on the iHeartRadio app.
The Crohn's and Colitis Foundation has been at the forefront of inflammatory bowel disease research and care for over 50 years. Learn more about research, education, and support at Crohn'sColitisFoundation.org.
This is the